Hello friends, Shaamini from Preschool, and we're here today to do some simple magical science activities. So there are 3 different things that I want to show you and have you try out at home, and they are all very simple activities that look very magical but have some science to explain how it happens. So the 3 things that we'll be doing, first we're going to be making a thaumatrope. Second, we're going to be doing a magical water experiment. And number 3, we are going to be making some toothpick stars. All very different, but all very simple, very cool, and I thought we could just bam, 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 go through them all in one video. Okay, so in terms of what materials we need for our exploration, for activity number 1, where we're making the thaumatrope, you will need some paper, some markers to color and decorate, scissors. Now there's 2 different ways we're going to be trying this. So one involves a straw, one involves some string, tape, and a hole puncher. For activity number 2 with our magic water experiment, very simple. You need your paper, markers again to color and decorate, and water, along with a clear glass that you can see through. For activity number 3, you will need toothpicks, a plate, and water again, along with a dropper or a straw. So activity number 1 is a thaumatrope. What is a thaumatrope, you may be wondering? So it is when there is one picture on one side of your card and another picture on the opposite. And then we're going to be turning them back and forth, so tricking your eyes and your brain as if you're only looking at one picture. Sounds a little complicated, but you will see exactly what I mean. Okay, so for activity number 1, I thought we would start off with something fun and make an emoji. I'm thinking of 2 different emojis that I want to make. One with the heart eyes, my favorite, and another one with the sunglasses. Also my favorite. Okay, so I am going to trace some circles for my emojis. That should work. Let's see here. So this is going to be the back of my picture, my thaumatrope. This is going to be the front side of the thaumatrope, back side, front side. So for the back side, I just want the color of the face of the emoji, which is usually yellow. Now, this is an empty face. I don't want this part to have a face on it, but the front side, I'm going to draw the actual face of the emoji. So, we have the yellow face of the emoji here, but we have the actual eyes and the mouth on this one. I'm going to do the same thing for the second one. I'm going to color just one of them yellow. And on this one, we're going to give it its sunglasses. And a nice smile. Nice. Now I'm going to cut these circles out. Okay, so we have them both here. We have just the yellow side on one and their faces on the other. We know that this side just has the sunglasses and the smiley face, and this side is just yellow. But it's going to make our brain see them as one picture. Put them between your hands and you're going to roll them back and forth, and you're going to look super carefully at the picture, and you're going to be able to see the emoji come to life. You can see the glasses and the smiley face appear with the yellow background at the same time as if it was just one picture. Let's try it with the other one. We have the heart eyes and the smiley face on one side, and we have the yellow side on the other. Again, between your hands. Ooh, I see this one particularly well. You can see the yellow emoji with the heart eyes and the smiley face. For our second version of the thaumatrope, I decided to make the same heart eye emoji again. I just made it a little bigger this time. So we are going to stick these together. First of all, some more tape. Okay, so we have the yellow face on one side and the actual eyes and the mouth on this side. And I'm going to use my hole puncher and punch a hole on both sides. Now I shall cut off a bit of my string here and loop it in these holes. You might need a little bit more string to get it to spin much longer. And then when you let go, you should be able to see the picture as one picture rather than two separate pictures. So wind it up, wind it up. Ah. There we go, that's our second version. Our magic water trick, I have a little arrow. What side is the arrow pointing to? This side, it's pointing to my thumb, right? So I'm just gonna put this arrow right behind my cup. And as you can still see, it's still pointing to my thumb. Let's see what happens when we pour some water into this cup. Whoa! What's going on with my arrow? Where is it pointing now? It's pointing to this side. But I didn't move it. Look what it looks like right now. But when I put it behind the cup, it changes. There we go. A short arrow pointing that way. But when it goes behind the cup, it becomes a long arrow and it's pointing this way. What? Well, there is a fancy word called refraction, which means that the light, when it goes through the glass, is bending. Because the light is bending, it makes our pictures bend and look funny as well. I have a bad germ here, a germ that, that we can find on our hands when we don't wash them. I'm going to put this germ into my little Ziploc bag here. So as I said that this bad germ is on my hand, I'm going to draw my hand here so we remember. There we go. There's my hand with the little germ on it, and I don't want this germ. So we keep talking about washing our hands and the fact that germs will go when we use soap and we wash our hands properly. So let's see what happens to this little germ when I put him in the water. Where'd it go? Ah, there it is. My germ with my hand. Haven't washed my hands yet. And let's see what happens when I wash my hands. The germ is gone and it's just my hand left. What? Whoa. Again, this is the refraction coming back to play. The light is bending through the water so that it changes our picture. And the germ disappears, but we can still see the hand that I drew on the outside. So with our toothpick magic trick, we need 5 toothpicks. Now I have more toothpicks than I need just in case, because this first part is a little tricky and you might want to ask an adult to help you. So we're going to bend the toothpick so that there's a nice bend in it, but we have to be careful so that we don't break it. There we go. Now, it doesn't quite look like the star that I want yet. And I'm going to drop a couple of drops of the water right in the middle of the toothpicks. And let's see what happens. We've made our star. It's opened up from when we first had put it together. All the water is pushing it to open up. So as we broke the sticks, the inside of the stick is drinking up that water, making it want to open up to become a little straighter, which is how we've made our pretty star. Let's try doing it again, but let's make a colorful star this time. Not only do we have our star, but we have the colors bleeding, which is making a very interesting looking star right here. So we did a couple of fun science experiments, all super quick and involved things that you probably have in your house. We started off with the thaumatrops. So we had the two versions. We had the one with the string, and we also had the one with the straw. Look at that. So super easy to do. Number 2, we had our little magic water trick with the arrows. When it went behind the water, it switched sides. Oh, you can see a bit of it here. Bloop. We also had the disappearing germs when we put it in the water. And lastly, we had our Toothpick Star, which I think is my favorite. It was pretty cool to see the toothpick opening up to make that pretty star. So I hope you enjoyed watching. I hope you try some of these things and let me know how it goes. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.